Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and tonight the Champions League is back. It's group stage time once again, and Chelsea are the defending champions of Europe. But will they be able to hold on to their crown? Well, using Football Manager 2021, I'm gonna find out. I'll be simulating the entire tournament to see who ends out on top and becomes the 2022 champions of Europe. Will it be Chelsea again? Possibly. Could Paris Saint-Germain do it? Most certainly with Messi. What about Barcelona? Next joke please. Let's dive into this simulation and see what happens in this season's Champions League. And join me again on Thursday when we're doing exactly the same with the much less popular Europa League. Let's go. Right, here we are at the start of the simulation. The group stages are set for this season's Champions League. Now, it wasn't for lack of trying. Unfortunately, I haven't got exactly the right 32 teams. I did try it. I tried my hardest with the editor. I even watched a video on how to do it, and it didn't work. So clearly the video I watched was wrong, not me. So there's a few teams that shouldn't be in there, but still, you've got the outright favourites are going to be there. The likes of Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, PSG, Barca, Chelsea, Bayern, Real. All the big boys are there, all ready to launch an assault on the Champions League. Could Man City win their first? Perhaps PSG could win their first. Maybe Juventus, now they haven't got the shackles of Ronaldo, maybe they can kick on. Or perhaps it'll be good old faithful Real Madrid. Based on this, there's quite a few tough-ish groups. I'd say the Barcelona group there, Barcelona, Chelsea, Leipzig and Atalanta. That could be very competitive. So could Group A, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Porto and Young Boys. Group B's somewhat interesting, PSG, Zenit, Inter and PSV. And as always, Man United have got a pretty easy group. Villarreal, sitting that, they got beat up in the Europa League final. Monaco and Olympiacos. And you can tell this isn't a very accurate simulation because Man City aren't in a group with Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm not even sure if they are in reality this year. It doesn't matter. Let's simulate until the end of the group stages and see who makes it through to the first knockout round. I'm going to have a little prediction. I don't think Barcelona will even make it through the groups. And I'm going to go Borussia Dortmund to topple Juventus in Group F. Just for no reason whatsoever. Let's simulate a few weeks, or months rather, into the future. Okay, here we are. The group stages are complete. 6 games have been played by every team. And the biggest casualty from the group stage is Liverpool. The 2019 champions haven't even made it through the group stage. They did do well, they got 10 points, but they finished below Porto and they finished below Atletico Madrid. As for my two predictions, I was totally wrong about Barcelona. They went through top of the group ahead of holders Chelsea. Borussia Dortmund, though, I was right on that front. They have came top ahead of Juventus. Only 2 teams have got a 100% record so far in the Champions League. That is Bayern Munich in Group D winning all 6 games, and it's Real Madrid in Group E also winning all 6 games. Bayern Munich the better of the two though, as they've got a goal difference of 13 to Real Madrid's 10. It doesn't look like there's been too many surprises. We'll go from the top, other than Liverpool going out. I mean, no surprise Atletico coming top. It could have been between them and Liverpool, and Liverpool didn't even go through. Group B, PSG dominating. I mean, Inter Milan going through in second as well. They've had a strong showing, only lost 2 games. They did lose to PSV going through the Europa League in 3rd place, so you'll see them in Thursday's video. Group C, it was somewhat competitive, but Barca and Chelsea, the 2 overriding favourites going through. Group D, it's Club Bruges going through alongside Bayern Munich ahead of Lille and Besiktas. Quite an easy group there for Bayern Munich. Group E, I'm a little bit surprised to see Sporting not go through ahead of Wolfsburg, but again, an easy group for Real Madrid. Group F, the 2 favourites, Juventus and Dortmund, going through with relative ease. Juventus only losing 1 game, that was against Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund also unbeaten alongside Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, but they didn't win every single game, so it's not quite as good. But they are the 3rd team to go unbeaten in the group stages. Elsewhere, Manchester City, they've came top of their group going through with AC Milan. Both those 2 teams easing through to the next round ahead of Ajax and Galatasaray. And Man United, sorry, I've told a lie, Man United also went unbeaten in the group stages, won 5, drew 1, easing into the knockout rounds with 16 points on the board, and they'll be joined there by Olympiacos. So far, the best player in the tournament has been Kevin De Bruyne with an average rating of 8.43, 4 Man of the Match awards. And the top goal scorer is Porto's Mehdi Taremi, who I bet he must have scored a couple against Liverpool, knocking them out. He probably got a few against Young Boys as well, as they've got a minus 17 goal difference. Not a good showing for the Swiss side, but never mind. Let's have a little look at the draw for the first knockout round, see any big ties. And the first half of the draw, fairly boring. The second half of the draw, absolutely huge. Club Brugge against Dortmund, seems an easy win for Dortmund. Olympiacos, Barcelona, likewise should be easy for Barca. Wolfsburg Athletic, you'd expect Athletic to go through. Then things seriously start to heat up. Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich, a huge game. AC Milan versus Man United, big. Chelsea, the holders, against Real Madrid, the most successful team in the competition's history. You've got Porto against Man City, a game Man City should be winning as they look to finally win a European Cup. And then after that, it will be Juventus versus Paris Saint-Germain. Juventus without Cristiano Ronaldo, Paris Saint-Germain with Lionel Messi. But will he be enough to take Paris Saint-Germain into the quarterfinals? And who else will join them there? Let's simulate to the end of the next round and see who makes it into the final 8. Before going any further, Liverpool fans and fans of any other teams who came third and will be going into the Europa League, fear not, we'll be looking at the Europa League on Thursday at 12 o'clock, same as always, and maybe you could win the Europa League. It won't be as good as the Champions League, but at least it's something. That's where Liverpool will be. They'll be there with PSV, Atalanta, Lille, Sporting, Salzburg, Ajax and Villarreal. Will one of those teams come out on top? You'll have to wait and find out on Thursday. But we're here to look at the first knockout round of the Champions League. And the biggest surprise of all, well actually there's been 2 surprises. First surprise for me, Wolfsburg beating Atletico Madrid. That's quite a big deal. And the other big surprise is Bayern Munich crashing out to Inter Milan. Inter Milan, they've lost Lukaku, they've lost Conte, they've lost Hakimi, but they've beaten the biggest club in Germany 3-2 on aggregate. Another big shock, Chelsea the holders have been knocked out by Real Madrid, losing 2-1 on aggregate, so the holders are already out. Man City have made it through, PSG beat Juventus 2-1 on aggregate, coming from behind after losing the first leg. Man United easing through past AC Milan, winning 6-2 on aggregate. Barca through, breezing past Olympiacos. And Borussia Dortmund, it was close, but they are also through to the quarterfinals. Edin Dzeko's proven to be a bit of a goal machine in this tournament alongside Mediterranean. Both have got 7 goals, but Edin Dzeko is the only one of those two who will get a chance to add to that tally. Obviously Porto knocked out by Man City, Inter Milan going into the quarterfinals. Inter Milan, a team who haven't got a lot of rich Champions League history in recent years, but now they are into the quarterfinals. Who will they get? Who will they be drawn against? Will they succeed? Let's simulate again. Let's see who makes it through the quarterfinal stage. Who will be in the final 4? Let's find out. Okay, here we are. The final 4 is set, and the only English team going through to the semi-finals of the Champions League this season are Manchester United. With Cristiano Ronaldo, with Varane and Sancho, they are into the final 4, and they are joined with Real Madrid, Inter Milan, and a team I totally doubted at the start. I even made a joke with them at the intro, that's how foolish I am. Barcelona. Real Madrid beating Borussia Dortmund with ease, 4-0 on aggregate. Inter Milan getting a good draw, beating Wolfsburg to make it into the semi-finals. Man United ruined Messi's dreams. They drew 2-2 in the second leg at Old Trafford, but it was a 3-1 win in Paris, which has put Man United into the semi-final. It was the other way around, they won 3-1 at Old Trafford, but that doesn't matter. Barcelona and Manchester City. Barcelona, Pep Guardiola's former club, ruining his Champions League dreams once again. It was an away goal that's put Barcelona through. Barcelona going through on away goals. It was 2-2 on aggregate. A 2-1 win for Barcelona in the second leg at the Etihad, putting them incredibly into the semi-finals. That's despite all the torture they've gone through over this past summer, losing Messi, losing pretty much anyone who's half decent, and signing Luke de Jong. They are into the semi-finals where they will play Real Madrid. It is an El Clasico Champions League final. On the other side of the draw, it is Man United versus Inter Milan. A huge chance for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to make a Champions League final. A huge chance for Ronaldo to win a Champions League trophy once again and prove Juventus wrong. They were the problem, not him. But who will make it into the final? In terms of average ratings, De Bruyne still the best player. Avoid Ahmed Hodzic. I mean, yes, he's got an 8.3, but he's playing for Malmo. They were in it ages ago. Cristiano Ronaldo, the best player in the tournament who's actually still in it. 9 appearances, 3 Player of the Match awards, and an average rating of 8.09. Let's have a little look at the top goal scorers charts. Inter Milan's Lautaro Martinez leading the way with 8 goals, Dzeko's still sitting on 7, and there's Cristiano Ronaldo with 7 Champions League goals, just showing what big an impact he's had back at Old Trafford. But who will make it into the final? Let's simulate again, let's see what happens in the semis. Okay, here we are, the semi-finals are complete, and the 2022 Champions League final will be contested between Real Madrid and Inter Milan. Personally, that's a big surprise. I mean, it's no surprise seeing Real Madrid go far. This is literally their tournament. But Inter Milan going the distance is quite incredible. Let's have a little look at the semi-finals. In fact, we're both classics. El Clasico ended 4-3 on aggregate. Real Madrid coming out on top. As for Man United versus Inter Milan, it was 4-3 to Inter Milan. Let's have a little look at those two games. We'll look at Man United Inter Milan first, and the first 5 minutes couldn't have gone any better. They were at Old Trafford. Rashford and Ronaldo had the Red Devils 2-0 up after 5 minutes, but a flourish from Inter Milan, a goal from Dzeko and a 79th minute equaliser from Juan Carrera. But Inter Milan pulled it back, Dzeko getting himself on the score sheet, then a 79th minute equaliser from Joaquin Carrera, making it 2-2 and giving Inter Milan 2 valuable away goals going into the second leg. As for Real Madrid Barcelona, Sergio Aguero actually put Barcelona ahead at the Bernabeu, but Los Blancos turned it around. Luka Modric and a shock name of Mariano giving Real Madrid a 2-1 advantage at half time. In the second leg it was 2-2. Real Madrid went 2-0 up with Valverde and Ferland Mendy. Barca did get 2 goals back, Pedri getting a goal in the 78th minute to level the score on the night. But on aggregate, Real Madrid going through 4-3 on aggregate, meaning Mariano's goal in the first leg is what settled it. What a strange state of affairs. As for the second leg between Inter Milan and Man United, once again Man United scored early, Bruno Fernandes from the spot. Then Vidal scored, then D'Ambrosio scored. It was 4-3 on aggregate, and Man United's dreams were crushed when Cristiano Ronaldo, the returning hero, the saviour of Old Trafford, the club icon back for a second spell, sent off in the 66th minute, meaning Inter Milan are going through to the final to play Real Madrid. Real Madrid, the most successful team in the competition's history. They've won 13 European Cups. They haven't won it since 2018, which was when they won a hat-trick. They won it in 2016, 2017 and 2018. They haven't won it since then. Could this be the year with Carlo Ancelotti in charge? As for Inter Milan, they haven't won the trophy since 2010. That's the only time they've won it when it's been the Champions League. They've won 3 European Cups in total, but that season under Jose Mourinho is the only time they've won it since it's been rebranded to the Champions League. 12 years on, they've barely came close. This is their chance. They are in the Champions League final versus Real Madrid. Who is it going to be? Who will be the 2022 Champions League winners? I've got to go head over heart. I've got to go Real Madrid. But who will it be? Maybe drop a little comment down below. Let us know what you think. Because we're going to simulate now. We're going to see who is going to win it. Let's go. Come on. I don't care that much really. Newcastle aren't in it. Okay, here we are. The final is complete. And Real Madrid are your Champions League winners. In absolutely dominating fashion. It was incredible that Inter Milan made it to the final, but they got humbled in the final, beaten 3-0 by the Galacticos. Benzema, Asensio and Luka Jovic with the goals to give Real Madrid yet another Champions League title. This time finally the final was held in Istanbul, and it's Real Madrid who won their 14th European Cup. I'm just going to check that is right, isn't it? Yes, 14 European Cups, an incredible feat. Who was the player of the tournament in the end? Kevin De Bruyne, 8.21. Cristiano Ronaldo and Edin Dzeko sharing the golden boot with 8 goals between them. Lautaro Martinez as well, he also got 8 as well. So some impressive tallies. Let's have a little look at the goal tallies compared to previous years. 8 goals from Ronaldo, Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez. That's not that many compared to recent years. Lewandowski getting 15, Messi getting 15. Then you had Ronaldo 3 years in a row, the top scorer, 16, 12 and 15. So those numbers, they haven't been eclipsed. And at the end of the day, it is Real Madrid who came out on top and once again won another Champions League title. But will that be the way things go down this season? Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. I'd love to know who you think you're going to win, who you think will flop, who could be the best player in the tournament. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But we will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I've already told you to do that. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.